Hey guys, welcome to the Japanese Kitchen Fuji. This time I'll make a very healthy Japanese breakfast. Introducing how to cook rice miso soup and 4 side dishes. Let's get started. First of all, grill dried horse mackerel. This time I'll introduce the traditional method of grilling with charcoal. This tool is called chilling, which is like a traditional Japanese barbecue stove. When the heat has settled, put the dried horse mackerel and grill slowly. Don't start grilling yet when the fire on fire, because the charcoal fire is so strong that quickly becomes charred. Turn it over and grill slowly until both sides have a good brown color. When grilled over charcoal, the far-infrared effect grill is delicious from the inside, and the nice scent of charcoal is added. Okay, it's almost grilled. This is a standard breakfast at Japanese inns. Have you ever eaten this when you stayed at the Japanese inn? It's done. Next, I'll make miso soup with radish and fried tofu. First, take the soup stock from dried bonito. The soup stock is also used for side dishes other than miso soup, so make a large amount. When the water boils, turn off the heat, add dried bonito flakes and wait until the dried bonito flakes sink. Spread kitchen pepper on the colander and strain the soup stock. By the way, the soup stock of dried bonito is said to have a calming effect. The soup stock is ready. Then cut the radish. This vegetable is called daikon, which is Japanese radish. Use about 5 cm. While turning the radish, insert the knife and peel. This technique is called katsuramuki. Of course, you can use a peeler. Slice vertically to 5 mm and then cut into 5 mm wide rod. Then cut the fried tofu. Cut in half and then cut to a width of 5 mm. This ingredient is called aburage, is a very popular ingredient used in many side dishes such as simmered dishes. Put 400 cc of soup stock in a pan. Then add the radish and heat it. When it boils, reduce the heat to low and simmer for 10 minutes until the radish is tender. Then add fried tofu and simmer quickly. Reduce heat again and add 2 tablespoons of miso to dissolve. There are red miso and white miso in miso, but red miso is recommended for this miso soup. Don't boil after adding miso because the scent of miso is lost. This is a classic miso soup in the countryside, and my mother used to make it when I was a kid, so it's one of my favorite miso soup. It's done. Next, a side dish of boiled seasoned spinach. Add a teaspoon of salt to plenty of water and boil. Add spinach when it boils. Boil the stems, which are difficult to cook fast. Boil for 2 minutes. When the spinach is boiled, pull it up and soak it in ice water. By doing this, it will be finished in a beautiful green color. After leaving it for a while, squeeze the spinach and drain it well. After that, cut off the root and cut them into pieces that are easy to eat. 100 cc of soup stock, 1 tablespoon light soy sauce, 1 tablespoon mirin, a pinch of salt. Mix well. Soak spinach in seasoning and leave for 30 minutes. This is a very easy and simple standard side dish called ohitashi. Any green vegetables are fine. Served with dried bonito flakes, it's done. Next, soft boiled egg, Onsen Tamago. When it boils, turn off the heat and add the egg slowly and gently. If you put it roughly, the shell will crack. Use well-chilled medium-sized eggs. Cover and leave for 5 minutes. Please note that the leaving time varies depending on the size and number of eggs. When it's time, gently lift the egg and soak them in ice water. Well, how is the finish? Oh yeah, very nice. Sauce is the same as spinach. Finally, I'll cook rice. This time I'll use 360 grams of rice to cook rice for 2 people. Wash the rice first. While changing the water, wash until the water is clear. Then soak the rice in water for 30 minutes. This time I'll use a clay pot, and this is a clay pot dedicated to cooking rice, so lid is doubled. Add rice and 450 cc of water. The recipe for cooking rice for one person is introduced in this video, so please check. Since the lid is doubled, pressure is applied when cooking rice and it can be cooked deliciously. Cover and heat over medium heat. When it boils, reduce the heat to low. Keep an eye on it as it can easily boil over. Please set the timer from here. Cook on low heat for 9 minutes. When it's time, remove it from the heat and leave it for 10 minutes to steam. Never open the lid on the way. It's cooked. Well, how is the finish? Oh, very good. It's delicious when cooked in clay pot, but it takes time, so nowadays few households use it. Hey look, the edge of the rice stands and shines white. Next, prepare natto. Natto is a fermented soybean food and is a staple of Japanese breakfast. In the old days, it seems that it was wrapped in straw and preserved like this. However, I rarely see it now. And this food is characterized by strong thickness and unique smell. This is a food that you like and dislike very much. By the way, I love it. Have you ever eaten? Wanna try it? Finally, chop the green onions for garnish. Natto and green onions go great together. It's the best to eat this with white rice. Finally, prepare 2 types of small side dishes. Salted prawns and candied kelp with soy sauce.